Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On play action, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the first play of the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this Chargers, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years, it feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future. You've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency and the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Herbert off of play action. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown! Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Mahomes again.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Well, this is caught by Williams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. This complete to Jones. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
31's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, 15. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They go play fake. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And Kansas City drafted McCall Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give to Jones, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Something of a rare incompletion. I remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Well, last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Mahomes to throw once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's second and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Jones hit in the ball zone, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Slant pass to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time?
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To the air again, Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Herbert now. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
They can't hang with us. 49's the right. Watch 49.
1st and 10. It's Edwards alone with it.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep and think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Able to power through. Now room for Eckler. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring out Sackett. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's got it to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the